Welcome back to another episode of 'Cause We're Nerds. This week we will be discussing a more spooktacular topic. If you are frightened easily or are terrified of what lives beyond this life, we suggest you turn this off now. This is your last warning. Leave now, for after this, there is no turning back.
If you guys made it past our creepy opening, that means you guys are ready for our special Halloween episode. Caleb, are you excited?
I'm scared.
Indeed you should be. So, I have done, the work for this week's episode, so Caleb is not exactly sure what's going on. But this week we are going over creepy video game Easter eggs. Exactly. If you're not frightened, you should be. Some of these are very surprising and very scary. And just so you guys know, some of these are pretty graphic. But with that, I say we should jump right into it. What do you say, Caleb?
Let's do it.
Sweet. Okay. So, one of the first very creepy video game Easter eggs that I found is in a game that, Caleb, you and I have both played. It is in Portal. So, in Portal, as you know, there's a character named Doug Ratman. He is not in the game, not shown, however, he is mentioned a couple times. Doug Ratman was the only survivor at the Sinner where Portal takes place. And at several points throughout the game, there are hidden rooms that you can find. And there's, I think, about 5 or 6 of them. And you go into these rooms and there's newspaper clippings, writings on the walls. The room is scattered with debris everywhere and the walls are filthy. If you take your character and step up in the corner of a room that has all of this in it, you can hear Doug Ratman mumbling behind the walls, and it is unclear what he's saying, but it is extremely creepy. And people have tried to decode what he's saying, but people can't, and he sounds scared, and he sounds like he's trying to alert you of something, but you don't know what it is.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, so I haven't seen this either. Actually, I've played this game twice. I've beaten it once. And I have never found one of these. So this is really interesting to me, and I kind of want to go find it now.
You did say Portal 2, right?
No, this is in the first Portal.
Oh, the first one. Okay, well, I've actually never played the first one. I've only played the second one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend has Portal on PC, and I've played it with him. However, we have another one from Portal 2 in the future, so you'll be able to do that one. But our next one is from a game that I've never played, but it's from World of Warcraft. Caleb, have you ever played that?
Yes, I did briefly, not really much at all, but I've tried to jump into it like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, alright. Well, this one is really interesting because this is an entire level that the developers made, and whenever they were testing the game, apparently they were not gonna be able to release the game without a mature rating if they kept this level in. That's how terrifying this level was. So, what they did was they blocked it off from players. However, players have found out a few ways to sneak into this level, and it's called the Upside Down Sinners.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
The Upside Down?
Yes. The Upside Down.
That was really quiet.
I know. Yes. So basically, the level is a forgotten crypt. It's a haunted crypt. And the scariest part that people have said is called the Upside Down Sinners. So basically, it is a level filled with dark, murky water with corpses hung upside down with chains.
I mean, that's pretty much how I like to decorate.
I mean, me too. If you're gonna do it, go all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, when I put up my haunted house, I have severed limbs of real people hanging all about, a couple heads on the table, a couple of chained corpses up. I mean, look, here's the thing. If you're not gonna do it, why do it at all?
I mean, you're right. You might as well go all out. And hanging a corpse upside down is honestly the way to do it.
I mean, look, here's the thing. You can do it upside down. You can do it sideways. You can do it right side up. There are many ways. You can even take one arm on one chain and one leg on the other chain and just let it do whatever it's going to do.
I mean, as long as there's a corpse involved, I mean, I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah, and it could be anything. A pig, a rabbit, a person, a monster, a tree,
Did you say a tree?
Yeah, a tree corpse.
Interesting. But yeah, the people that I was reading about this, they said it's actually terrifying. And, some of the corpses are hung solo that you have to, like, make your way through them.
I think I actually have seen this one. I don't know if I've watched a video, but I've definitely heard about it. I've never done research into it, but I could see where it would be creepy. I'm surprised that would have gotten them an M rating, though. Yeah,
I was looking into it because I was really curious why, Blizzard took it out. But that's what they said. They said, honestly, it was so graphic. But there's a lot of things in World of Warcraft that I thought was kind of graphic. But this apparently just took the cake, and they had to take it out.
Oh, well.
Interesting. But that moves on to our next game. That is not really terrifying at all. It's an older game, and this is from Payday Heist.
I think I've heard of what you're gonna say, but I can't remember what it is.
Okay, so Payday the Heist. It's an older game, and this specific Easter egg is exclusive to PCs. Because what it was there was a PC exclusive called No Mercy Heist in 2012. Okay? So, what it does is it takes place in the Mercy Hospital from the Left 4 Dead game series. So, you already know that something creepy is probably gonna happen. So, at one point during the heist, basically, the power cuts out of the entire level and you are in pitch black. And if you check out a closet that's near the reception desk, there is a figure that kind of resembles the witch from Left 4 Dead, visible through a window. Okay? Now you may say, that's not creepy, she's that far away. Yes, however, if you stare at her for a couple seconds, she actually comes through the window and completely up to the screen and blocks the entire screen and screams at you.
Oh, that's some Paranormal Activity stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean, playing Payday Heist, I would have never expected that. I mean, having the witch there, maybe I would have expected that, but the jump scare, player said that, nobody was expecting the jump scare. They could see the witch being there, but when the jump scare came out, there was actually this video of this guy playing, and he, fell out of his chair. It was so funny, but extremely terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch more videos of that, because that was hilarious. But moving on, and this is another kind of first-person, shooter game. And, actually, I lied, this one's third-person. But this is Just Cause 2.
Just
you ever played any of these?
It's not Just
Cause.
Cause.
Okay.
It's Just Cause. I
Have
had
you ever
another
played
friend.
any of the Just Cause?
I had another friend that kept calling it Just Cause, and I'm like, look, I understand the confusion, but it's cause. You have a just cause, not just cause you want to do it.
Yes, okay, but the spelling's the same. So
that's true.
You're justified.
I get it. But it's wrong.
But you know what? You're wrong. Eat it. Anyways, have you ever played any of these games?
No. I either own or I was supposed to get one, I think on the PC for something. I think when I was building my computer, I was supposed to get it as a free game, and something messed up with the redemption, and I wasn't able to get it.
Oh, that sucks. These games are actually really fun. I have the most recent Just Cause
4?
Yes. It is extremely fun. I haven't beaten it still. It's a really large game. It's a lot of exploring, but it's really fun. However, in this Just Cause 2, this one is actually really, really cool. Have you ever seen the show Lost?
A bit.
So, in Just Cause 2, they actually have an island that's based off the island from Lost.
Okay.
So you can go explore it, and upon exploring it, you see the Oceanic Flight 815 that crashed there, and the mysterious hatch that's in the show. You can see all of that. However, the creepy part is that there is a soldier on the island that is constantly... There's been different reports, and I've seen different pictures. It looks like he is slightly on fire, just slightly, but he has a constant smoke screen around him. So many speculate that this is the quote-unquote monster from the show. That's never really shown. But this soldier, anywhere you're on the island, he will constantly follow you. And you can't kill him. You can't blow him up. You can't push him back. You can't do anything. And if you even try to swim off the island, he'll swim to a certain point after you.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah, and it's not like he jumps out and scares you or anything, but it's just creepy knowing that there's a character that is just following you the entire time. He never says anything. He never does anything. He just follows you. It's pretty creepy.
Yeah, I'd be curious what the devs had to say about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was really interesting. I've seen some video of the island, and the island looks really, really good. And then randomly I saw the soldier and I was like, well, that's interesting. I started doing some research behind it, and that's what it is. It's just super random soldier with a smoke screen around him that just seems to be magnetic to you. But then once you leave the island, he's gone. It's very weird.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on. This one's really interesting because this one takes a while to find, and I'm not sure how someone found this one actually. But this one is from Call of Duty Finest Hour. Now, this is an older Call of Duty game. Caleb, I'm pretty sure you haven't played this one. You might have.
No.
Yeah, so this one, very, very old. In retrospect to the other Call of Duty games. I'm not exactly sure the date, but you can tell when you look at the graphics and everything. This is definitely an older game. However, this Easter egg is really weird. So, there's this room, okay, and obviously, and there's a door that you can't actually open. It's one of the only doors that you can't go in or anything in the game. Apparently what happens is, if you throw 2 grenades at it, try to open it, and then throw 1 more grenade, the door breaks open. Okay? Upon entering the room, this room is not like anything else in the game, and it's very creepy. There's candles that are lit, floating in the air. There's very creepy pictures hanging on the walls. And there's a crying ghost baby in a cradle. Yeah. And that's not it. If you use the action button near the baby, it will walk through the air and pose as a soldier.
I mean, I was gonna say, maybe this was like a precursor to zombies, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I couldn't really find anything on it. I was trying to find something that maybe the developers were like, oh, we were gonna include it, but decided not to, but players found like a way around it. But 2 grenades trying to open it, and then another grenade sounds like, you know, they intentionally left this in as an Easter egg. But it's just weird. It doesn't match the rest of the game at all.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting choice for them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wish I could find more on it, and I'll probably try in the future. But I mean, I looked for a good bit and really couldn't find anything from the developers or anything.
All right.
Mega weird. But let's continue on our list. So the next one we have is from a very well-known game, and I bet a lot of players actually know this one. Caleb, I don't know if you do, but this is from GTA 4. Okay?
Okay.
So, as everybody knows, GTA 4 is kind of set in New York City. And they have their own Statue of Liberty. However, it's called the Statue of Happiness. Because their Statue of Liberty has a very wide, smiling grin on the statue's face. That's kind of creepy by itself. However, the only way you can get to this island is by helicopter or boat or by swimming, and swimming takes forever. And this one, you can take a helicopter, but it's hard to land on the island. But anyways, if you can find a way to the island, if you go inside their Statue of Happiness and look up, there is a giant beating heart that is surrounded by chains hanging from the top of the statue.
I mean, I don't really know what to say to a lot of these.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
Yeah. Like,
is it supposed to be like a metaphor? Like I don't know. I don't even know. Like America's in a bad place or something?
I don't know. All I know is I've actually done this one in the game. It was pretty creepy because, you know, you walk up all these stairs and you get like halfway up, and I mean, it's this giant heart. Like, it's the size of like 2 buses inside the game. Like, it's huge. And it has chains wrapped all around it, and then the chains are sprung alongside the walls like it's holding the heart in place, but the heart's still beating. So it's a very interesting thing to add in the game, and it's kind of mega creepy that it's just there. You know?
Yeah, I mean, is it like in the place where the heart would actually be?
Oh, yeah.
On the inside?
Yeah.
It
So,
makes
like,
you wonder, how did it get there? Did someone like drag this heart up the stairs?
You're right. And how is it still beating? I mean, there's no blood vessels around it. You know, like, how is it being oxygenated?
Conspiracy.
You know? We call bogus GTA 4. Yeah, that one's a little weird. Some of these are creepy. However, some of them are more weird than creepy. You know? And this next one, this next one's a bit of both. So this one is from a 1993 video game called Sonic CD. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So, this game, basically, obviously, you know, 1993, it's a little bit older. It's more kind of like an arcade game, you know? However, if you enter a cheat code, okay? So you have to access the sound test screen. The sound test screen, okay? And if you enter the cheat code, down, 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 left, right, A. And then if you test FM number 46, PCM number 12, and DA number 25 all together, a very weird screen comes up. It's Sonic in the background. There's like 16 Sonics in a row. And he has a human face on top of his.
What?
Yeah, he has a human face on top of his, and it has a very large mustache. Japanese writing, Japanese text is sprawled over the screen. And if you translate it just becomes Infinite Fun, Sega Enterprises Image, you know. But the screen is really weird because not only does Sonic come up with a creepy face, very, very spooky with haunting laughter in the background plays over this image.
You know, I feel like I've seen this before, and I just pulled it up. And yeah, I think I've seen this before. I thought you were going to talk about the Sonic EXE thing, which is completely different. That's super creepy. Do not look that up if you're scared easily. Anyway, yeah, this is weird. It's almost like, if it wasn't for the rest of how Sonic looks, it almost looks like there's a different sprite that's been laid on top of it.
Yeah. It's weird because, like, the face that's on his is, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like it.
Yeah, it almost looks like one of those, like the theater faces?
Yeah.
The happy sad. It almost looks like one of those that they've just placed over his face.
That is kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's just why,
This feels like something that one of the people would have just played a prank on someone else with.
Yeah. Because it's very precise how to get to it, and it's in, the sound test screen where, like, if someone was testing the game, they wouldn't find this.
Right.
But it's very weird. It's weird to me sometimes how people find these, whether it's the person that did it leaked, how to do it, or someone was just randomly just messing around, or if somehow it's in the code. I don't know how that works, but...
Yeah, a lot of these things are found by data mining, going into the game's code and just looking at what's there.
Weird. The next game is actually another game where you would not expect to find something like this. And this one's kind of weird too. You could say that this one might be far-fetched, but I think it has grounding to it. So basically...
Is it Pokemon?
It is not.
Okay.
Because you guys talked about that last Halloween episode.
You said far-fetched, and then you said ground, so I thought that was like a clever way to lead into Pokemon.
No, I'm not that smart.
I gave you too much credit.
Yeah. but I won't leave you hanging with this. Remember that. I won't leave you hanging with this, and I'll tell you what it is. This next one is in Luigi's Mansion. Okay?
Well, that entire game is, like, sort of creepy.
Yeah, but this one specifically is, like, weird. So, basically, in the game, there's a blackout that occurs inside the mansion. Okay? During the blackout, if you go to the 3rd floor, there's a telephone room. Okay? And there's windows in there, and lightning is striking outside, which is casting like a shadow on the room, right? And if you go up there and you answer the middle phone, okay? You can see Luigi's, you can see Luigi answer the phone. If you don't proceed with the phone call, if you just kind of sit there for a second and wait for the next lightning strike, you'll see a shadow, that's Luigi's shadow, levitate in the air with something around his neck, and it looks like he's being hung.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's just kind of creepy. Like, that's like, I feel like this is like a kid's game. Like, this is like, that's a bit much, you know?
Is it a kid's game? It's a game about ghosts.
Yeah, but it's Luigi's Mansion, you know?
I'm pretty sure Luigi's Mansion... Now I'm gonna have to look it up. Now you got me wondering what Luigi's Mansion was rated.
Probably G. I would definitely say G.
G. Jacob, it's not a movie.
You know what I mean. I don't know what the video game rating for G is.
E?
E.
For everyone?
What does G stand for? General audience?
Yeah.
Did you say yeah?
Oh, it was rated E. Okay, Luigi's Mansion was rated E for everyone.
See?
I don't know, man. There's some messed up people in Japan.
You right. Now let's lead away from the fun. The fun games a little bit, and let's go into some more of the creepy ones. Okay. Now this next one is extremely creepy, and I have done this myself, and it is very creepy. So, Grand Theft Auto 5, right? We already had Grand Theft Auto 4, so now we're moving on to Grand Theft Auto 5. San Andreas, which is the island you're on in the game, is massive. It is huge. And there's lots of secrets and mysteries in the game. However, one of the biggest and creepiest ones is the story behind the Infinity Killer. Okay? So this is not part of the story. This is something you have to find by yourself and follow the clues. There's not a lot of help to it. But basically, there's a serial killer in the game that has left behind many, details about his life. Okay? So starting out, there's a rock that you find, and it has, names of people that he's killed, and it has very creepy messages on it about how he killed them, and where they are, and everything. So if you follow these instructions, you can actually find the bodies in the game where the killer has stashed them. Okay? There's a few in-game, characters that can help you, but you have to know who to go to and who to talk to, and you have to follow these clues. And one of the creepiest things is that the killer has burned down his own home, and behind is some really, really creepy, graffiti, and there's a nursery rhyme on it. And some, creepy music kind of plays in the background, right? And it's just weird because you can follow the map to all of these, and it turns out that all of the bodies he's buried are all in the ocean. So you can go diving in the ocean and find these bodies that he has, tied to ankles, or put, rocks in a bag and thrown them in there. And it's just a small, detail, but it's very, very creepy.
Yeah, that last part about finding them in the ocean, that's creepy. The rest of it, I feel like that's fairly standard fare, but actually going that extra mile and putting them out there, I don't even know if you can, do anything once you find them. That's weird.
Yeah, just the fact that someone went into the time of adding, dead bodies in a huge ocean is just messed up,
How many are there?
I think so. When I did it, I found 3. However, some people said they found 5, some people said 6, so it's not really a definitive number, but it's somewhere around there.
I would have thought it's way more with someone with the name of Infinity Killer.
Oh yeah, no, there's probably more, and I don't know if everybody's talking about the same bodies. Maybe my 3 or 4 that I found was different from those 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's really weird. You can actually, So the way that you find it is you have to go to the penitentiary in the game, and there's clues in different cells about where the bodies are from where he has been inside the cells. Very weird. Yeah, mega weird. But anyway, moving on. Moving on from all the killing. Well, not really, but we're going to move on to another game, and this is Hitman Contract. Have you ever played this game, Caleb?
I have never played any of the Hitman games.
Wow. Okay, so this one is one of the older ones. I've played one of the newer ones. I really like the Hitman games. I'm a big fan. It's all about disguise. We're coming up on Halloween. Actually, Halloween will have been yesterday when you guys are hearing this, if you're listening on Friday. It's all about disguising yourself and sneaking around. It's a fun game. Lots of great things you can do. I have never played this specific one, but there is a mission in Budapest in this game.
Budapest.
And it's called...
Remember Budapest?
Budapest.
Yeah, we go way back. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Way back.
Man.
I was shooting arrows. You were, using, electrifying thingies. It was great. It was a good time.
Oh, great time. Budapest.
Great time.
Oh,
man.
If only every place could be like Budapest.
Oh, man. If I lived in Budapest, I'd be fantastic. If you lived in Budapest, man, what a life you would have.
Those people that spend all that money to go to Hawaii, Budapest, that's where it's at.
Budapest is honestly the Budapest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Anyways. So there's a mission called Traditions of the Trade. Okay? And basically you go into a hotel, and the hotel is actually haunted. Now, that's not really the creepy part. There's talks of it being haunted. You're like, yeah, whatever. However, if you go into the very depths of the hotel, there's actually a location that says the wing is closed off. If you pick the lock and go down the hallway, you see a mysterious figure that disappears through the wall. If you go into the rooms, there's several different rooms in that hallway. If you look into the mirror, there's a ghost that is standing right behind you, and you can turn around and the ghost is gone, and then you turn around and look in the window and the ghost is like a little bit closer. And then you turn around and look, and it only gets so close, but it gets really close to you. And then what's also creepy is if you go all the way down the hallway, all the way down, and go into the very last room, there is a dead body, and it is gruesomely killed. Like, it is very graphic. And people are saying that this ghost is the ghost of the person that was killed in the basement.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Spooky season. You know what I'm saying?
Scary skeletons.
I just thought that was, because it's a very specific window you have to look at, but I thought that was a cool effect, to add into the game.
Bring shivers down my spine.
Nice. Okay. Now this next one, we're nearing the end. We only got like 3 more left, maybe 4. But this next one is in a very new game, newer in the last like 5 years. It's in Assassin's Creed Unity. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
so,
Caleb.
So, remind me, Unity is the one in France that nobody liked?
Yes, it's during the French Revolution.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Wait, does it have something to do with someone's severed head?
No, kind of.
Oh.
I mean, no.
I mean, it's France.
I mean, I know why you're saying that. Yeah.
So,
I mean, viva la revolution. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oui.
yeah. Anyways, so, yeah. So if you're a player that really likes to like look around, you might find a boat, in one of the docks, in one of the ports. And if you look at it, you can tell that there's bloody rags all inside of the boat. And if you look closer, you can actually see body parts underneath these rags. It's near, the Tully's Garden, in case you're curious and you want to go check it out. However, if you continue your investigation and follow some of the, blood stains and some of the body parts that you see, underneath the garden is actually a guy who is a cannibal. And he's cooking something, and there's like a pile of dead bodies nearby, and there's some civilians locked in cages nearby, and they like ask for your help, and it's really sad because there's actually no way to free them, and yeah, it's like super sad. You like can't kill the guy, and you can just see him cooking like a stew, and you just see body parts laying everywhere, and then these people in these cages. It's a lot to take in.
Dang. Why
Yeah.
can't you kill him?
So, people, what I read was that he'll kill you. Like, if you try to kill him, apparently he's just faster, and there's like nothing you can do to kill him, and you can't release the people. Basically, people think Ubisoft is like, oh hey, like this is the worst of people, and you can't beat it, so eat it. Yeah. Eat it, cause cannibalism.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, no, okay. I mean, it's like, so this is pretty messed up. Like, this is a pretty creepy, messed up thing. Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to look it up.
Oh, you're good. So again, it's in Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah, I'm seeing screenshots, but I don't really think they're selling the atmosphere.
Yeah, I was trying to find some screenshots. It took me a while, and I had to group together some screenshots. However, it was very creepy. I could see, some severed like legs and arms, and then I did see the people in the cages, and the guy like chopping up what looks like a limb. You can't really tell. Yeah. Yeah, very, very creepy.
Tasty.
Moving on. Now this is a game that you would not expect this to be in. This is a game that's rated E. This is a video game that's old.
Mario Golf.
No. Wii Sports Resorts.
Pac-Man.
Wow. No. So, man, so this game is called California Speed. Okay? It's a racing game. It's not about drugs. It's a racing game, and it was created by Atari Games in 1998, before it was ported to the Nintendo 64, by Midway Games. Anyways, just so you know, just some background. Yeah, so it's a racing game. It's a very generic, looking racing game. The graphics aren't that great. You know, you're just driving on some roads. There's some billboards. However, there is this one billboard in the game. Whew. And this is actually very creepy. Apparently there's a serial killer that lives in the game. And you would never know this unless you did some research behind it. And on one of these billboards, it says, and I want you to think about this. This is a game rated E for everybody. And it's a racing game. On one of these billboards, it says, and I quote, "Sometimes God takes mommies and puppies away. And sometimes, just sometimes, I do too."
Oh, whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa. That made it past the censors.
Right? Like, what?
I don't really have a good response to that.
Yeah, I mean, this is incredibly creepy, because there's these other games, you know, there's some basis behind it. These are action games, you know, the Sonic one was kind of creepy, but it wasn't morbid. This is morbid. This is, you know, gruesome if you think about it. And this isn't just a racing game. It has nothing to do about the game at all. And it's very creepy that it's just in here.
I mean, like, why? Like,
Right?
in that kind of game, why would you want to do that?
Right? I don't know, man, but it's intense. You know what else is intense?
What's that?
Camping. Camping is intense. Literally.
Okay.
So moving on. Intense.
Oh, Jacobs.
Alright, Caleb, you will like this one for two reasons. It is one of your favorite games, and it's based off one of your favorite shows. Right? Not the game, this Easter egg. So, this game is The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. Right?
Okay.
Which is a game you just got into lately, right?
Wait. I feel like I know what you're going to say.
Do you? What does it have to do with?
Supernatural?
No.
Oh.
Close. Has to do with
Scooby-Doo?
Doctor Who.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
That's
Doctor
not
Who.
close.
I know. I just wanted to give you false hope.
Dang it worked.
So, yeah, so in case you guys don't know, The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt is a massive open world game. Absolutely huge. So, and there's lots of terrifying things in the game. You know, lots of creatures that you run into, lots of monsters, lots of just creepy civilians. Anyways, so this Easter egg, people think are based off the 2000 episode of Doctor Who called Blink. Right?
Oh.
Yep. And it has to do with the Weeping Angels. So, there is a church near Lindenville in the game, and there are two angelic statues at the doorway. If you enter the church and you come out, the statues have moved positions. Now, if you watch them and you move around, they don't move. However, if you turn around and then turn back, they are facing whatever direction you are now. Yep. So, Weeping Angels.
Oh, wait, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were going to come after him.
That'd be really cool, but
lame.
Yeah.
What a letdown.
I wish they would have come after you. That would have been awesome. But it's cool that this is just in here. You know. This game is creepy by itself. There's lots of scary situations in it, but small things like this just add to the creep factor.
The real trick would be is if you put the controller down and walked around your room And then the statues turn to follow you.
Oh my goodness, that'd be terrifying. Can you imagine? Like, man, yeah, that'd be terrifying. Alright. Last two and then we're done. Alright? I know I said 3 more like 5 more ago. But, last 2.
Alright.
Alright, and these 2, I think, are some of the more disturbing ones. We've had some disturbing ones in here, and, it's up for debate. However, this next one is looking at a little game, just a little game not much people know about, called Fallout 3. So, in the game, there's a town of Andel, right? And basically, it's the perfect little radioactive wasteland that America has come in Fallout 3. That's an exact quote, from a website that I read somewhere. I don't remember which website, but, so, that's what they called it. But basically, there's a very, very dark thing inside this. There's only 4 families that survived in the town after the explosion, after the fallout. However, and this is where it starts to get really messed up, after they ran out of food, they resorted to eating each other to stay alive. And the way that you know this is you go down in a room and there's drawings on the walls of them eating each other. There's tables where, like, the sacrifices were made. There's body parts. There's also some other paintings, and when you talk to some other people, apparently also, and, whatever, but they also, and this just adds to the creepy level, these same people that were eating each other, then practiced inbreeding to keep the population booming.
Whoa.
Right? Yep. Very creepy. Very creepy. And you find this out through, other characters in the game that are, like, descendants from them. And these descendants are, like, crazy.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you find this hidden room that I was telling you about. There's handiwork all around the town from them. How there's, like, strange meat scattered all around that you can eat. And
Don't
you can tell, like, it's human flesh. Yeah.
Don't eat it.
Yeah, and sometimes apparently you get, like, sick if you eat it. Yeah, this one's pretty messed up.
So who drew the pictures?
I guess after they ate each other, they're like, hey, let's commemorate this.
Wait, so they ate pieces off each other.
No. So they would, like, kill somebody and then eat them.
So,
or I don't know if they killed them. So the picture, there's, like, 2 tables and there's bodies laying on the tables and they're missing, like, arms and legs and there's pieces, like, bit out of them. And so I don't know if they killed them first or if they just ate them alive.
Are they still cannibals?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So, like, if they're eating everybody, why would you have kids that you have to feed?
So the only reason they started eating each other was because they ran out of food.
So they found more food?
And it was right after the fallout. So I'm sure, eventually they got suits or something and they went out, they found food. But at first, like, that's all they had. Oh, it's like that family. What's that family that ate each other?
You're
real
not talking
life?
about the plane crash, right?
No, like in real life, there's a story about, like a snowy mountain and they get stuck.
Yeah, the plane crash.
No, it's not a plane crash. No.
Yes.
No, this is like old time, Caleb. This is old time. This is like wagon wheel and stuff.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I think we're talking about different things.
You're making this up.
No, I'm not. There was there was a family, and basically they all went on a trip, and they were up on a mountain, and the wagon got stuck and, like, broke, and to survive, like, they ended up, like, killing each other and eating each other, and there was only, like, 1, maybe 2 survivors from it, and it was like a family of 6.
I think you've got some details about this story mixed up.
No. My British lit teacher told us, and we read about it.
Alright, well, moving on.
Anywho, last one. Caleb, I told you we were going to come to it. This is the one from Portal 2, right? So, this one you wouldn't find just randomly in the game. However, this is very creepy. So, just like we know in video games, there's a lot of scenes that are shot and a lot of dialogues that are recorded that aren't actually put into the end result of the game, right? However, some developers will save these, in the code or something and just put them back. That way you don't really ever come across them, but they're still there. There have been some players that have gone in and kind of messed with the code, a little bit, and then played the game, and there's a line, right? So there's a line from Caroline that's in the game, right? And basically after these players changed this code, they didn't know what this one specifically did. They would play through the game, and randomly at different parts of the game, they would hear like screaming at the top of their lungs, and they would hear, "I don't want this." And it's from the Caroline character.
Who is Caroline?
So, I don't really know. It's been a while since I played this game. But basically, this is what I was reading. So, where this came from was there was originally going to be a scene that depicted Caroline being transformed into GLaDOS. And she's begging Cave Johnson not to have it happen in the game. But these data miners and stuff didn't know that whenever they went in and changed the code. So randomly they'll be playing through the game, and at random parts of the game, they'll just hear screaming that she just says, "I don't want this," and that's it. She'll just scream, "I don't want this," and then it just dies down. And then, a little bit later in the game, they'll just hear, "I don't want this" again, but it's screaming.
Yeah, so Caroline is one of the characters that you hear through the recordings.
Well, there you go.
Interesting. Yeah, that one's not as creepy. I think the creepiest one was the cannibal one and the billboard one.
Yeah, that's true. I just find this one creepy because playing and not expecting anything scary, and then you just hear screaming. I guess it's not creepy. It's more just scary.
I mean, it would be terrifying if it happened to me.
Yeah, and so literally the reason this wasn't kept in the game was because J.K. Simmons, which does another voice in the game, he does Cave Johnson's voice in the game, found the scene to be way too disturbing and refused to deliver his side of the conversation. So that's why you only hear "I don't want this" from her, because she only recorded her side and they never recorded the other side of the conversation.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so I'm kind of with you. I think the billboard is extremely creepy. The cannibal is really creepy, but if it wasn't for one of those, I'd say the Call of Duty: The Finest Hour one is creepy. With the baby crib.
I mean, it's one thing to experience it and it's creepy, and it's another thing just to hear about it.
True. The GTA 5 one is creepy, but experiencing it was even more creepy. Finding the bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
That was really creepy, experiencing it. Now, whenever I say it, it's yeah, that's creepy, but it's not whoa.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all my Easter eggs that I found.
Very spooky.
If you are still with us, we commend you on your good spirits. Let's just hope those very spirits don't haunt you in your sleep tonight. Until next time, and have a happy Halloween.